Botswana visa free. So I got at the Kazungula border, which is the border between Zambia and Botswana, around 19 thereabout, and then headed into the customs building. So once I got in there, it's a one-stop border post that's between Zambia and Botswana. So if you're exiting from Zambia, you obviously present your passport at the customs officer. They simply stamp it to say you've exited the country on that date, and they tell you to walk over on the other side of the building. So pretty much it's the same building with two sides, so one facing each other. One is Zambian and the other is the Botswanan government side, immigration department. So I got to the Zambian side, they stamped it with the exit, and then obviously proceeded to the Botswanan immigration side, which was till 14 and 13. There was a lady and a gentleman. And yeah, the lady asked for my passport, nothing complicated, and then she proceeded to stamp it. It was as easy as that. She didn't even ask any questions. My previous experience with this Namibian trip was that I had to fill in some form or anything. With this one stop border post at Kazungula between Zambia and Botswana, it's straightforward. She looks at your passport and she knows, oh, he there too. Maybe not just assume that it's always ladies, but the one that attended to me was a lady. That's why I'm saying she. So I will keep on referring to her as she in this case, but they are they are both genders at the immigration department. So she asked for my passport. She looked at it. She knows it qualifies as a visa-free trip, and then she proceeded to stamp it. Right before she was about to hand over my passport back to me, she asked which town I was going to. And then I told her I was going to the capital city, Gaborone. And then she was, oh, sorry, sir. She said that, no, I assumed that you are going to Francistown. Then I was like, doesn't the visa apply for all the towns in the country? I do not understand it anyway. If you know better, you may advise. So she asked for forgiveness to say, no, I did not know you're going to Gaborone. And then she asked, how many days you want to be in? I said, maximum. You mean 3 months? I was like, yeah, give me 90 days. And she proceeded to say, oh, sorry. Then cancelled the one that she had stamped, the one that you see on the right, and proceeded to did stamp it with the other one, and then wrote the 90 days there. But then again, to me, these two stamps look the same, so I do not see any difference. If you know any difference, you may advise, but from what I see here, both stamps look the same. Anyway, yeah, she apologized for it. I think my assumption is that most of the people that travel from Zambia usually come into Francistown. It seems like it's there's a Botswanan version of Johannesburg in terms of trade between Zambia and Botswana. Like most traders, because those are the ones that had dominated this particular trip that I was on, is those cross-border traders. So when they come in, they always head to Francistown. So probably she assumed I was also going to Francistown. Then she gave that stamp. So I do not know the difference between the two stamps. Does it only apply to one city that you are visiting? But anyway, that's what happened. But otherwise, the visa experience, the visa free was kind of straightforward. Nothing complicated. No questions, nothing. It was just pretty straightforward. And I usually get the question to say, how much does it cost in this case for you to visa free? No. All you need is a Zambian passport or any other country's passport that you have a relationship with Botswana where the visa free experience applies. You don't need to make any payment, nothing for the stamp or anything. You simply present your passport. If it applies, they give you the number of days that you want to be in the country. Anyway, that was my experience. I'm only talking from what I experienced. So I did not face any hurdles. Both immigration department officers were professional. That's from Zambian side and the Botswanan side. I think the process did not take me more than 7 minutes. Obviously, once I presented the Zambian side, stamped, walking over to the other side, less than 7 minutes, I was done and out of the building. Where the wait was is when now they had to, they had to start scanning the car for the goods that had come in, the immigration department, the one that was outside the security. If you are carrying any contrabands that are not part of what is expected. So we waited here for a while now. Outside here, and that's where the wait was. But otherwise, the visa experience was straightforward, and we were done in a few minutes, as I said. So that's been my visa experience with the Botswana Zambia visa free experience. no cost to it. All you need is a passport, either a Botswanan passport to enter Zambia. Same applies for a Zambian passport to enter Botswana. And you'll be granted up to usually 3 months, which is 90 days, to be in the country. And if you need to come back, obviously that's a different conversation. You come back and renew it, then you might want to apply for a different kind of visa. But otherwise, if it's just a visiting visa, you can run it up to 90 days.